Hi, this is John Chevere with Armedia Solutions, and today I'm going to be talking to you about a new solution from IBM called Conntext. Conntext helps you connect your right documents within the right context inside of your Maximo systems. So there's 4 industry challenges that we set out to solve when we designed Conntext. So one of the first ones we're looking at was these isolated warehouses of asset information. All the specifics about your physical assets, the inventory, their characteristics, their locations, the job plans and things are stored over in the Maximo system. But meanwhile, all the documentation, your drawings, your calculations, your specifications, your vendor tech manuals are stored over inside of the ECM suite. So these 2 systems are by design siloed, but they really do need to have information sharing in order for them to work properly. So these are 2 enterprise information foundation solutions. One of the other key things that we're looking at to help our clients do is maintaining their operational efficiency. Since these systems are separate, they have 2 disconnected change control processes. It's hard to see when I'm changing a document what type of impact it may have on, say, maintenance procedures or job plans that are planned over in the Maximo system. So Conntext will help provide a view into the maintenance management system from the ECM system. So it also helps make sure that you have the correct information available when you're doing maintenance management. So when vendor information is received and profiled and determined to be applicable to this particular asset, so that information is made available inside of Maximo. Since you're doing that, you're helping avoid regulatory fines and plant shutdowns. So you won't be using, hopefully, incorrect information that might inadvertently cause a plant outage or a safety issue. And that'll help reduce any associated costs with your lost production capability. So both the ECM suite and your asset management suite have to do with maintaining configuration information. So these systems are constantly in a state of change. You have a license plan, in essence, and a design plan, and a physical plan, and a record plan. So these things are constantly in a state of change. So having these 2 systems efficiently exchange information will help maintain configuration management of your facilities. So a brief overview are some of the key features of Conntext. Conntext provides a bi-directional, a seamless connection between Maximo and the ECM suite of products. By doing that, it helps provide or create an environment where our clients are able to have a sustainable configuration management environment. So as changes are going through the documentation change process, that information can be synced up and made available properly inside of Maximo. So we're looking to optimize the information exchanges. Inside Maximo, as you're doing work, you're able to link documents or link your Maximo activities to specific versions that are available or were available inside of FileNet. Several years from now, when we want to go back and look at a work request that was performed, you'll be able to pull up the specific version that was in effect at the time that work was done. So that'll help do a root cause analysis or any kind of failure analysis that you might need to do. So Conntext also helps asset utilization. So by doing that, it'll help maintain your uptime of your plants by reducing the amount of maintenance downtime that may be caused by using incorrect documentation or out-of-date documentation. It allows each users, the Maximo users and the ECM users, to stay in the system that they're most comfortable with for locating and using information, so that'll increase your staff efficiency. And also, since we're profiling, or Conntext is profiling information and making it available inside of Maximo, it'll help make the Maximo staff's time a lot more efficient when they're looking for information. So some of the unique capabilities of Conntext, one of the things it does is it's a real-time synchronization. So as information flows into the ECM product, it is profiled. If it's determined to be applicable to maintenance activities, and that information is pushed over or made available, a subset of that information is made available inside of Maximo. It operates completely inside the Maximo solution, so there's minimal amount of retraining for your asset management users. They don't need to learn anything new or anything different about how Conntext works. The technology and architecture of Conntext one of the goals of designing this solution was to be minimally intrusive into either one of these systems. So it's more of a configuration solution than it is involved using custom solutions. It leverages the IBM service-oriented architecture infrastructure that's already there in place and relies tremendously on web services for posting information back and forth. And inside of Maximo, it operates completely inside the attached document service. There's no special keystrokes or screens that can be learned for the users. It operates completely inside the existing design of that service. So here we're looking at a screenshot of how Conntext is presented to the ECM client, within the ECM client. So it launches inside a workplace, and the only place that it shows up is the highlighted Conntext Maximo tabs down there at the bottom, and it operates on the discrete document level. So by clicking on this and going to the Actions menu, Conntext has already determined that this document has been profiled, it's been made available inside of Maximo. And from inside of this client interface, you have two options. You can either view links inside of Maximo, which means I'm going to look at links that have been created against this particular drawing or document inside of Maximo, or conversely, we also provide the ability to create a link inside of Maximo. And both of these options are controlled or managed by security inside of the ECM client. So you might have the ability to see a link, but not necessarily add a link. This is a screenshot of Conntext accessing information inside the Maximo asset modules. So what we're looking at here are links that exist for this particular drawing over inside of Maximo. What's being able displayed there is you can see that this drawing is linked against an asset record, a location record, and also 4 different work orders. So it's always constantly reading this information up from inside of Maximo, and it knows what type of document type it belongs to and over Maximo, and it knows what type of applications have been enabled inside of Maximo for this document type, and you're able to see the views or the links that exist for that document over inside of Maximo. This is a view of Conntext enabled inside of Maximo. So this is the Maximo Asset Management Client, and it really is, like I said earlier, it simply gets exposed to the existing document service inside of Maximo. So unless you recognize the fact that it's of type DMS, the user is not going to know that this document is being provided from the FileNet system. So for the users, they don't need to learn anything different about whether or not it's a FileNet document or it's a web URL or it's something that's being managed out on a shared drive. It just simply shows up in the library, and they're allowed to create an attachment or create a link to it. The other screenshot, smaller screenshot down there, is the significance of get latest version, yes or no. So only when there is a enabled DMS application such as FileNet inside of that's presented inside of Maximo does the ability to link to a specific version or always get the latest version is that option available. Armedia is a 10-year-old company. We're an established ECM and system integrator and IT solutions company. We have a little bit over $10 million in revenue and 55 employees. We're CMM3 certified. We have offices in Atlanta, Georgia, Vienna, Virginia, and Huntsville, Alabama. We're a new IBM solution partner from November 2010, and this is our first IBM certified solution that we've developed, and what we were looking to leverage was our experience in engineering information systems and asset management systems. For contact information about Conntext, please see the below information.